Well, I need to start breaking down my tanks in the fish room. I have 6 of them, and I really don't wanna. Welcome to the small Scape. The other day, I asked Mr. Primetime, I said, how are we doing on the fish room, breaking down the fish room? Because I really want to get going with this studio. Fall is right around the corner. I consider September 1st the beginning of fall. I love fall. A lot of my ideas that I have coming are fall inspired. So I'm kind of chomping at the bit here. And he says to me, well, you need to break down your 6 tanks down the basement. And I said, I need to break them down? He said, yeah. I said, oh, no. I really don't want to. I just thought maybe they would magically be done. I would say, save that tank, move them as is, poof. They're done. No. So this video is kind of an update. A lot of you have been asking for updates on the fish room and all the background stuff that we said was coming. So this is part of an update and just kind of what I'm going to be doing down the basement as I drag myself down the basement and see on a daily basis. It can look totally different. You can go downstairs and there's a stand there, and the next day it's cut in half and it's no longer there. So it can change moment by moment. And not only do I not want to break down some of these tanks just because it can be very time consuming and you have to do it over multiple days, but also some of these, a couple of these scapes I really like certain parts. And if the plants, I've got crypts that are very, very mature, very beautiful, and you know what happens when you pull out crypts and put them somewhere else. Quite possibly they're gonna melt. Not optimal, but I am very curious what I'm going to find in a couple of these tanks. Not only are there fish there that I don't know because it's very overgrown, but I have a feeling there are a lot of plants in there that I don't even know about. So it's gonna be very, very, I'm gonna try and focus on the exciting part. There are other scapes that I don't like, never have, can't wait to rip them apart. So I don't really know how far I'm gonna get in today's video, but let me know if you do like an update here and there of this, and then I'll do more as I break down other tanks. So here we go. I gotta drag myself down there. Oh, and I will share at some point, not bad news, but not optimal news regarding the studio up here. I'll probably put that later. It's not the best news that I've ever heard, but we'll see. I'm gonna warn you, this is not pretty, but the whole left-hand side is gone. But there are buckets everywhere, rocks, driftwood, towels, everywhere. But we are here for these 6. These are my 6 tanks. And here we go, 2 29s on the bottom and 4 20 longs. This bottom left one, this one's gonna hurt. It's really gonna be painful because these are my most beautiful crypts. I have red crypts, bronze crypts, green. They're all just loving life. There is Java fern in there. He's not even attached, so that's fine. And there are some crypts floating on the top that I just have holding in here. And this tank, I can't wait to see it go. Don't like it. It's overgrown. Jungle Val won't even be kept. And the Anubias, I can't wait to see what's in there. This is where my beloved green neons are currently, but the Jungle Val was kind enough to grow basically only in the front. So that will have to go. This one, can't wait for it to leave. I've never liked this scape. Love the fish. And I'm keeping all the fish. They're just going to be going into at least one tank being held together, and they're just going to be fine hanging out. That's the rummy nose tank. No comment. This one, the Skiffias aren't even in there anymore. They are no more. And that one, yep, I already started dismantling it. And unfortunately, I didn't have a cameraman. I only had Eli, who was doing his tanks at the time, so he would hold my phone every once in a while to get an update. But I was moving around so fast. The crypts that came out of that tank, woo, nice. I couldn't wait to rip this one apart though. I was really looking forward to it. Those Anubias in there, I can't wait to see them out of the tank because they look really, really happy. And look at how tall they are. But how many rocks are in there? Oh my goodness. And the duckweed. Ugh. Kind of satisfying. everything's out, including the jungle veil, in a pile. Look at those ginormous rocks. I don't know what I was thinking when I scaped that tank. And there's my bridge. I kind of had a piece of driftwood, made a nice little bridge, but it's all out of there. So are the fish. Look at all the Anubias. Beautiful. Now the tank I've been dreading, pulling it apart. Oh my goodness, this is gonna break my heart. You have to be really careful because the crypts, as you know, they will break off right at the root level. Really tragic because then they're just goners. But the roots in there were so long and they're just completely covering the bottom. But they're going into another tank. They may even go all together in a single tank. And I'm going to bring you along for that too next time. Oh yeah, look at all those. Now my green neon tank, which I do call my green neon tank, I thought it was best because all of those inhabitants are staying in there right now. I was not breaking it down today, but I just cut it all at base level because otherwise it would just release all this stuff into the water. Not good. So I cut a lot of it off because I don't need it. I have so much of it. And then pulled some of the easier to access ones that were along the front. They came up real nice. They didn't dislodge a bunch of stuff. But this is the status right now. At least you can see into this tank. So the next time I'm going to spend a lot of time dismantling this tank because I have to make sure I've got pumpkin shrimp in there. My green neons, oh, so many fun little inhabitants in there, and then a lot of my prized plants are in there. This one, oh, gone. Gone. Pretty much gone. This is a tank you're going to see pretty soon. I am going to give it a little bit of a facelift for that little guy right there. He totally can't wait, I can tell. Well, I am glad that I dragged myself downstairs and I just sucked it up and got some stuff done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, let me know, is something like this, would you actually see tanks broken down from, you know, from start to finish, like my two, what I would call my favorite tanks. I can certainly try and set up a camera, show all the takedown, and then rescape, especially my green neon tank. My intermediate, let's just call it the intermediate green neon tank, or whatever it turns out to be. Let's call it the rummy nose tank. Let's call it a really cool tank downstairs. It's still under my umbrella. Let me know if you want to see that. But thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. I want this studio done. In order for the studio to be done and to be mine, I don't know if that's really gonna work as this is the first part, then the second part, and the third part, and then bam! By fall, it's gonna be all mine, and it's not gonna work like that. It's just not. So I'm gonna have to go with a different plan. It's gonna be an intermediate plan, I think. But things need to change back there in the month of September. They absolutely have to, because I don't like them anymore. I don't like the scapes. And it's killing my mojo, you know? It's killing my mojo. I'm gonna have to do something back here. Back there. And again, I really hope that Mr. Primetime is not watching this video, because it's probably going to be something done when he's not here.